All right, so I think it has begun. So 60th session of the Dark Eye tonight. Yeah, 60th session. What happened last time? Well, we were getting LTR. Well, my character was getting LTR moment from moment, and we were trying to gather ourselves when Frugrease was introduced, coming from nowhere. He just found our group. Yeah, I don't remember what
he was found.
Eh?
He was found.
It was found, yeah.
Found somewhere.
Yeah. All the while we were gathering ourselves to see what's next with what remains of our group. We found out some stones that were set up, looked like in a very regular pattern on the ground, making some kind of a road or a path. And yeah, us three decided to follow that. On our way, we found some other brown orcs with this strange illness. So they were kind of dying once again. And I don't remember where we left off, in fact.
Actually, I think
it was right at the road or path. The stones that were all lined up. We had just left the sick and dead orcs.
Yeah. Well, we couldn't do more than what we could. We're quite limited in healing them so far.
And I think you gave them some water, I believe, and tried to talk to them.
Yeah. I think I've watched your session, but it was kind of the next day. So since it's about a month and a lot happened in our lives, I just don't remember it. Today I was wondering why I should have rewatched it last week.
We can watch stream in a stream, can't we?
Oh no, yeah. Well, I do have lots of role playing streaming in my computer, but
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we agree that we left them, then yeah, that's where we can be. So, what would be your next move? Going forward, trying to still follow?
That was my feeling. Maybe we could.
Trail?
Yeah, we could follow the trail just to see where it leads. At least yeah, we have to know, because there's not much we can do in our situation more than that's the most interesting lead to something.
I believe Frugrease's magic was sort of pointing us in that direction as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, I remember that maybe my evaluation of it was that we got far enough from the camp. Maybe it would belong to come back and tell about what we saw, and maybe it was faster maybe to continue our way.
Yeah, I believe at least it was a couple of I think 1 or 2 hours you have been going at this point.
Yeah, so, I'm actually trying to figure out how much astral energy I have left.
Okay.
19.
So, still you try to walk on. The smell of the sick still kind of clinging to you, as you had been close to them.
Yeah.
A smell that you have grown too familiar, especially with the camp being this kind of hospital at the moment as well. And yeah, but at least every now and then a bit of a fresh air breeze comes through the forest, and you can follow down the hill. Every now and then you see one of these yeah, maybe half a meter high stones lying somewhere, like they've just been tossed there.
I stopped to one of them, and I tried to see. Does it seem like it was put there recently? By watching out the ground to see if it has been digged, recently.
No. Considering what your knowledge, skills, and so on, you can see that there's moss growing on one side, not on the other. There's kind of a bit of dirt on it that seems to have been blown out by wind. You can see where the wind kind of filled cracks from the more likelier side and so on. It all looks more like it's been lying there for a long time. It has, to a certain point, sunk into the ground. So, yeah, doesn't seem like it has been moved there recently.
Okay. Yeah, well, I turned to my companions. Well, I was wondering if it was there recently, but yeah, it feels like it's been there a long time. I don't know in this region who could make such a road.
Doesn't make any sense to me, but must have been put there by someone.
So absolutely, but yeah, I hope it's not some other orc slavers. At least we have the okay. Yeah, let's continue.
Okay. So you kind of follow this road, like I really don't like the road, like the word road here, but
Path.
Yeah, it's as I said, only if you really know where to look for these stones, you can kind of make it out, and if you stray a bit from it, then you notice that you leave it, but yeah.
Yeah, well,
it seems to be.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
It seems to kind of wind down this hill. It has a slight turn to it, it seems.
Okay.
And you can follow this for 1 hour without much disturbance or new.
Okay.
You want to go on?
Yeah, well, yeah, and but once in a while, I do check if there are some footprints.
Sorry. You can. Yeah. I was going to that. You can obviously follow the trail that the orcs left. So it seems like they came from this direction as well.
Okay.
And you can see that here it seems that they made good pace still. At the end, it seemed like they had every now and then tossed things away to make themselves lighter. But here, this has stopped. So
the thing that I have tossed away, just checking out, is it the same kind of craft that the slavers may have, you know, the kind of advancement that the slavers seems to have, or is it more
Well,
kind of, you know, yeah,
what you found were, for example, cattle, you know, size, for example, that they seem to have with them um, some other cooking implements,
okay,
maybe a hook at the end of a stick made of bronze. So
okay.
not very advanced and not military in nature.
Okay, not like the slavers.
No.
Okay,
And it's also not looking like this connection between the items, so as if, for example, there's no signs on them.
yeah, okay. Well, you mentioned some kind of a weapon, even if it's a crude one, I will keep it.
Well, yeah, there's this what you will find while you're going down this path is kind of maybe 1 meter long stick with a bronze hook that has been put at the end.
So, yeah. Okay. Well, I look at it and I see it can be useful.
Would Brago, looking at it, think that it might be more natural in his hand than his broken saber on a stick? Or roughly the
Not
same?
really, no.
Just an
No,
improvised
not
weapon? Or even worse?
it would probably be worse because even though they're both improvised, and this is not the kind of weapon you're used to using when. Okay. Okay, so yeah, you can follow the trail along for a bit more, and you kind of get maybe half an hour later or so, you get to a clearing.
Okay.
Where you can see one much larger stone that is lying, you know, like it's also tossed over and lying in the middle of it. It's like has a flat surface at the top, like it's been cleanly broken out of something. And yeah, it has maybe the size of 6 people stacked over each other. So yeah, and yeah.
Well, I do approach it slowly, trying to watch if it has been worked. You know, if it's if if there has been some stoneworks on it, inscriptions or stuff like that.
What you will find is seems like some coal markings.
Okay.
Seems like around the stone, someone has marked certain points with images. Well, let's see how well they were able to draw what they meant.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so at least the first one you see seems to be a bull. That's on the side that you a bull and a snake on the side that you are coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah, and going around, yeah, you see a second one that it is a bit hard to make out. It's kind of maybe I draw it and in paint and then you can
Let us guess.
decide what it is. Yeah. Um,
Well, I look at all the while. I check for grease and ask you. Well, I'm not very really versed in deciphering some kind of symbols like that, but you seem to be a scholared man in some way. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I was just kind of watching out for Strigo. What do you want me to see?
You are there, Chris?
Yeah, can you not hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, Chris.
Brago, most of this time, he's been taking just handfuls of greenage and he's just chewing it, kind of chewing his cut.
Can you hear me?
Sharing is partage à l'écran, or whatever you say. So.
It was like a, you know, the last time I crushed a mice, it looked like that. It was at my mother's house, and she really, she was really angry at me.
Is my sound coming in yet?
Could be some sort of root plant.
Could be.
Or a fish. Or a crushed mouse, indeed.
What about now?
Yep,
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Okay. I was. Yeah, I must have muted myself. I just, I said before when you first addressed me, oh, sorry, I was just kind of looking out for Strigo. What do you want me to look at? Like I wasn't really paying attention to what was...
Oh, yeah, well, the symbols. Look at the symbols. You know, the bull, the snake, and that crushed mice, but probably not that.
I'm going to roll Knowledge Arcana for the bull and the snake and that thing. That it does kind of look like a mouse. All right. RGB, that's 11, 7, and 8. Yeah, I had to have made it.
Okay, this was a roll on, well, I think it's, yeah, so let's say this was
Magic lore. Yeah, religious lore. Religious
lore and magic lore at the same time, basically.
Yeah.
So the combination of the two isn't really saying anything to you in particular. But yeah, at least from your knowledge of orcs, you can kind of guess that that the bull has some kind of importance, and yeah, snakes obviously mean quite a deal to you and your tradition as companions. Then obviously there's the goddess Hesinde, who is associated with snakes. But yeah, as I said, the combination of the two isn't particularly known to you. if you consider this to be a mouse, then also in combination you don't really see that connected. So yeah.
But what else could that be? Since I obviously don't see any point in it being a mouse, and I can look at like, maybe like a person in a bag.
Yeah.
What?
Maybe
What?
like a person in a bag or something.
Yeah, I see what you see there.
Yeah,
Maybe. Who knows?
just to make a search in my memory, when we got problem with him, the
Mhm.
last few moments, there was a statue of a bull, isn't it?
Yeah.
And a
When
snake, isn't it?
there was this kind of temple-like structure that you found
Yeah.
on the side of the hill, where there was a bull in the middle, and its limbs and its head were kind of um, how do you say
Surrounded,
not captured. He was
ensnared.
ensnared by snakes.
Yeah.
At those.
Yeah, I look at Brago. Yeah, your character probably remembers that, but just to recall you the tale.
I don't
Yeah.
think so many people were there, so he
No,
probably
but
hasn't seen it.
no, he hasn't seen it, but probably have heard of it.
Mhm.
That's where we got.
No, remember we weren't telling anybody of it, but the more important people in the group.
Okay.
The only other person we told besides the original party
Oh, it was Tieka.
was Diego. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay, okay, yeah, good for
But
me to
then
remember.
maybe Cheka has told you about it, so you can give him at least an inaccurate description.
Well, I tell Brago, maybe Tieka told you, but when we brought back the first brown orcs that were sick, the temple, when Arnold died. Arnold, opening a parenthesis, was a Minotaur who was following us, and he died. We had to kill him. He was some kind of a friend, but well, it was some kind of a trouble too, and he came berserk by getting near that temple-like place, and we had to kill him. And yeah, so I tell you, well, the place where we had problems with Arnold, yeah, there was a bull ensnared with snakes. And yeah, I probably has some connection with the bull and the snake we see here. I just don't see why the bag.
I just kind of look confused at you, and it's like, maybe if you, what exactly happened?
Everyone was feeling kind of aggressive. And yeah, well, that place had some kind of a strange aura. We were some madness was entering us, and we had to get away from that place. There was that kind of outdoor temple structure, with no walls, just a roof with some pillars, and there was that big bull statue and snake, and yeah, we had a Minotaur in our group at some point. May seem strange, but that Minotaur, I think, was victim of a transformation. He was a human before. We were pretty sure of that, the Torwalian. And yeah, he had some kind of a curse. And he decided to follow us, but near that temple place, he became really mad. And we had to kill him, unfortunately. The poor guy.
Okay, I rolled a magic lore for 1, 11, and 17. That should make it. Does any of that sound like anything I've encountered before? Or heard about?
You mean well, if there's a place where emotions come up easily, that could very well be connected with something you know. Then the bull ensnared by snakes isn't a symbol that's too common, but considering yeah, maybe it's kind of a sign that one god has defeated another, or is trying to, considering Hesinde and Brazarak. Yeah.
Could this be a scene of a battle between maybe priests of Hacinda and an orc tribe? This is my character saying that out loud. Yeah.
I'm not very versed into that kind of tales. How about you, Brago?
I think when you guys mention orc battles, and he's probably not really, maybe not seen a minotaur, but when you're talking about like a transformed human into a man beast, he's gonna hunker down and just check the edge, check over his shoulder. But I think that would actually quiet him down. But sorry, what were you gonna say?
You have seen the minotaur. He was traveling with the group. At the edges mostly, and people kept away from him a bit, but he was inside, and but maybe again for you, minotaurs kind of are considered in air quotes holy animals because of the bull connection and presumed connection to Brazarak.
But not so much for my character, right? Because he's like a guy.
Yeah, how you perceive that is up to you, and obviously that should play a role. But for orc society in general, they are more revered and maybe feared as well. But yeah, and it is known that on special occasions, when the stars are right and so on, Tyrach priests will try to bring forth minotaurs as true warriors for Brazarak. Mostly in the name of some great chief or another.
Then Brago would make note of that to his two traveling mates about Tyrash, but all the same, at the thought of it being like a calling forth of minotaurs, he'd still probably be checking over his shoulder with his one eye as he was saying that.
Okay. I feel uncomfortable by the side of this big rock, but I try to see if there are other stones that let us here, if there are, around that place leading to a new path.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just studying the pictures, maybe just kind of curious about them.
Okay, then Francois, you can make an perception check, and I don't know, maybe this is a good good time for you to make a paint roll.
Me? Paint?
No, not you, Francois. Chris.
Chris. Okay, yeah.
Oh, a
To see drawing.
I missed
think.
by one my perception, by the way.
Okay.
okay, a drawing roll. Do I have that? No, I don't.
I don't think everyone has drawing.
It's probably lower. Artisan.
I kind of struggle with it, but I attempt to like draw it in the dirt just a few times just to get it right. And 10, 15, and 12. So that I couldn't have made it because I have a 15, but.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, actually, red, green, blue, so it'd be 10, 12, and 15.
Here now. Yeah, and here, and there is Fabrice. And
what attributes are you needing?
so you have 4 in it, and it's cleverness, intuition, dexterity.
Okay, my dexterity kind of sucks. Or, I'm 5 off on my dexterity, but I make the other 2. Mm-hmm. So I know what I'm doing, but I just can't seem to right because my hands just don't want to work with me.
Okay, it seems it's kind of it seems.
Here it is. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh no, I found it on my character sheet.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it seems like the brushes or the when they made this, you would say they were even their hands were shaking even worse than yours. So kind of makes the image even less clear than before. The same goes for the bull and the snake. So if you try to move your hand there, it seems like they were having they weren't very good at it at the time as well. Yeah, you would say that this is not coal that is really used for drawing. It's just some charred piece of wood, maybe. So it's not completely. The lines aren't completely through. It's there's sometimes where obviously there was no coal at whatever they were drawing with, so it's a bit spotty in places. So you would say this seems more like improvised. It's not something that looks like it's ritual in nature or something that has to do with reveration. It seems more like way markings or something.
Huh. Well, this is definitely not made by a talented artist. This might be like a way marking, or something that doesn't necessarily have to be. Maybe it's a map, perhaps, from somebody who is not much of a drawer, not much of a artist. But other than that, I couldn't really tell you. Maybe ritualistic, perhaps. But
I do come close to that. When we saw the bull and the snake, it was when we entered that place, when we first saw the rock. Mm-hmm. Is it right? It's right. And the other drawing is in the opposite side?
Yes. So if you try to orientate yourself, you can make an orientation check, and since you have already an idea what you want to factor, I would say it's even easier. So let's say it's easier by 3.
Well, I do have 8 success. I have all my talent points
So
available for that.
It's actually you would say it's pretty accurate, the direction in which this pictogram is put on this rock. So if you put yourself between this imagery, the center of the rock, and then look in the direction, you would say that's pretty much where you would expect this temple.
Okay. Oh, maybe it's just a coincidence, but from what I can sense is that if we go directly in that direction, where we came from, because of that drawing, it will lead eventually to the temple. So maybe that means that the other drawing.
But it's not directly in the same direction you came from. It's just on a similar side.
Yeah, similar side. Yeah, but the other drawing it was on another side.
Yeah, it is. It is maybe not quite half the rock around, maybe 2/3 or something.
Okay. Since I wasn't able to find another path, but taking into account that maybe that other drawing maybe leads somewhere else, I do go in a straight line in the direction to see if this time I will find some kind of a rock, a pole, a pole rock. Okay. Did I need to roll something for that?
No. How much did you miss the last one by?
It was by 1. I have missed my cleverness by 1 because my intuition was perfect into that.
Okay. Yeah, then that's probably what you were missing at the point. You probably looked on most of the sides where this drawing wasn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, now you kind of go to that direction, have a look around, and sure enough, it is. You have to step a bit into the woods to actually see it again, but then you can see a rock lying there, and if you go to that one, you then kind of can make out another one that's going out into the same direction.
Okay.
Even though it's a bit, again, it's a bit curved as you kind of go to the next one.
Okay. Okay. My guess was right. This means, well, whatever it means, that drawing means, probably there's a road leading to the source of it. The source of its inspiration.
I kind of look in the direction you pointed at that temple, and it's like, if only that anger thing you were talking about wasn't there, I'd like to go study it. Just kind of like.
I put my hand on your shoulder and say, I don't recommend it.
Oh, you don't have to tell me twice. Someone would get eaten by crows if I went there.
I almost broke the face of someone just for an just for a comment he made on me. I may be bad-tempered, but I've never got that far and that fast.
Yeah. It would be a very good idea for me to stay far away from that. But I'm just saying it's unfortunate. It sounds like a fascinating place otherwise.
If you can, if you know magic and you can protect yourself from
oh, no, never.
Curves like that.
No, I just stop you there. I'm not going that way. Look at that mouse-looking thing.
Well, okay. If going that way leads to a temple that drive us crazy, I don't know if I want to go where that other drawing is leading us, but at the same time, we need to know what's going on.
I mean, I guess I could use Odom Arcanum again to see if there's any more aura anywhere, but it's going to be older and harder to find, and I only get so much back a day.
Yeah.
I just kind of look around and like, okay, and I 4, 16, and 18. Oh shit. Well, let's see, 14, 15, 16. Now I'm 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's 6. I missed it by 1.
Well, this place, that's enough. Because, and it doesn't even cost you 1 astral point here.
4 astral points.
What?
Oh.
Isn't Odom Arcanum costs only 1, I think, right?
Caster sees magical aura for 2 combat rounds. Basis on a single object costs 4 astral points.
Oh, 4. Okay, then it costs you 3, let's say.
Okay.
As you look around, you can, as you look at the direction you came from, you can still see this tinge. That's kind of more like a glimmer now, and it's kind of moving in a kind of a spiral around the central rock, and you can see that there's also another of these swirls coming from the direction where the mouse is coming, or painted on, and you can see also another one of these streams coming from the other 2 thirds of around the rock, and they kind of all coalesce into one swirl that is centered on this rock.
I think I know what this is.
Oh,
yeah. I think people have been coming back here to scout out the area, and kind of using this as a waystone.
Okay.
What's the mouse or the guy in the bag or whatever the hell that terrible drawing is? Let's go that way. I think we might find something. Or we can sit here and wait for someone to come back.
I'm checking out the time of the day. How much we are in the...
I have to... I'm not sure when you actually went off. It wasn't on the day that Fabrice arrived, right? It was, I think, the next day.
Early. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there was at least one night of where we had a little bit of triage.
Okay, and yeah, I think in that case you probably will have started in the early morning. So in that case you probably have just after midday now. So the sun is starting to go down again.
I look around. Has anyone thought to tell Kandar about our little trick here?
Do you think we should go back?
Looking at both ways. I don't know, but maybe we should at least stop to eat something. I feeling a little hungry. My appetite just got back since you gave me that good berries.
Well, I guess I can find something to eat out here. Some herbs to maybe I don't know, spice up whatever you hunt.
Well, I'm checking out my stuff and realize that I don't have any arrows.
Yeah.
I remember that I just took a bow and we got away. Well, Maybe I could try to hunt something with that, and I take the stick with the bronze hook.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go look for some mushrooms or something.
Okay.
Well, mushrooms
Yeah,
will do.
Then some plan for.
Yeah, we can do that too, huh?
Brago look for
Here's
some
a
berries.
here.
Mhm.
I don't go very far.
Berries?
15 and 5, so that's my rolls.
Mhm.
So I know I made it, but let's see how much. Plant lore, cleverness, intuition, and dexterity.
I have two in two. I will rotate. Two.
Okay, so and plant lore is I made about 5.
Mhm. Okay, so let's say what you have in sum. So you have 5. Francois, you had 2, right?
Yeah, I have two
Mhm.
success in plant lore.
Okay, and you, Justin?
So I believe that I made a success, but I had to use 6 points. I rolled 4, 7, and 19. Oh wait,
Mhm.
yeah. And so to get the 19 down to 13, it took
6
6
points.
points. Yeah.
Mhm.
You
And I
have
have 10 points available.
Ah,
Okay, so you have 4 still left. Okay,
Yeah.
so even though you the area you would say isn't too good of a ground for plants, other than what you would expect in yeah, the trees around here. You still manage to find some early mushrooms, um, some late berries, and even again a bit of wine, wild wine.
okay.
Um, so all
Someone
all
was
the
just had like lambic out there, or do you? Oh, you mean raisins?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were like you said
I
wild
think we had this conversation once again.
like a sour,
Once before.
like a sour wine just laying out there.
Brago
No.
comes out of the bushes rolling a barrel.
Wildly grown bottle of wine. Yeah, hanging from a tree. No,
I was
yeah.
real happy with myself when you said wine.
Yeah, so you have quite enough for yourself and for the bird as well. It
Yeah.
comes down closer.
We can make
And
like a trail mix out of it.
yeah,
Maybe not the most filling thing, but it'll keep your
and
energy
I think trail mix is is nuts and berries and so on. No?
Yeah.
It can
Yeah,
be. That'd be like,
in German it's called Studentenfutter, student food.
Yeah. I try to build at least one arrow if I can while eating.
Okay.
It's bow building.
I'm presuming that you don't have your bag with you.
No.
Then, well,
I have the hook.
the problem is the feathers, I would say. Finding some sharp stone that you can work on might be possible, but no.
Okay, no,
I don't think.
I kind of abandoned the idea. Okay. Yeah. Well, at some point I enter the forest. I see I'll be back just in a minute, and I go in the forest, and I try to, I stay quiet and I try to hear the sounds of the forest. Just trying to see if it feels like a forest, you know, that what would something I would expect.
Okay. Yeah. Then yeah, you can do some perception.
I think it will be good. Yeah, I have 4 success. 4. Well, no, not 4. 1 success.
Yeah, it's sounding quite calm for this actually. So you don't hear any sounds of aggression here. So no animal suddenly screaming or a bird screeching off. Seems all quite calm at the moment here. You can hear the occasional animal call, and you can hear very faintly the sound of running water.
I go check out that sound.
Yeah, it's almost into the direction of the symbol, you would say.
Yeah.
Not quite. But yeah, if you make a while, then the sound becomes louder.
Okay, I don't go. Well, I don't go.
Yeah.
Approach it. I just turn back and tell the others about what I might find. You know. Going that direction leads to well, a stream, but maybe a little more than that. I haven't checked that out, but well, and the forest is quiet around here, a little more than what I would expect. I would say maybe the place is cursed. I do a superstitions check. Yes, yeah. I rolled 1.
Yeah,
it's definitely
okay.
That place is cursed, and I take the hook. You know, the bronze hook.
It probably kind of reminds you of the place around the temple where you could almost only hear the sounds of aggression. So, must be a connection there.
Yeah, I think it's the worst superstition roll I ever had. So yeah, I have to play it out.
Yeah. This is connected, definitely.
I'm very nervous. I'm looking all around and not knowing really where to go. Feeling that I'm in the middle of it. That big rock, maybe it's the center of it all. Oh, we've lost Chris.
No, I'm sure.
Okay. I thought that I wasn't seeing your square. You're there.
Yeah. I thought you were just, talking out of character, like describing what you were feeling. I didn't think you were back here talking.
Yeah. Well, at the same time, I'm talking out loud my concerns.
So you still want to be there, so I wouldn't be responding, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know what I just don't know where to go. The farthest from here might be the best.
Should we go to the water you heard? Like, to get a drink?
Well, at least see what kind of danger it is, because it's probably a danger.
Oh, well, I could use a drink myself. I don't really know if it's dangerous or anything, but let's go.
Well, drinking cursed water. Well,
I'll be able to tell if it's enchanted. So if it's cursed, then I'll have an idea of it.
I
All
will
right.
drink it first.
Okay, yeah. I'll go with you. Yeah.
Okay. So as you follow the sounds of water, you will have to start off really quiet because, as I said, it's very faint. It still takes you maybe 10 minutes or something to actually get there. And when you arrive, you find a small spring that comes from between a couple of rocks that apparently this spring has been shielded with. Some moss growing at the sides, and actually a surprising amount of moss is here. Not moths, but moss. And yeah, it seems to be trickling down into the direction downhill as well. Which, yeah, by now the downhill, it's almost just slightly downturned terrain, not hillish anymore. So
Yeah.
you've almost made it to the base.
Yeah, like rolling hills instead of,
Yeah.
like big, like
Yeah.
very gentle inclines. And,
Mhm.
yeah.
Well, I'm checking out all around. There's some sign, some kind of occult signs.
Yeah, you can make a perception check again if you want.
10 success.
Okay. Yeah, you've actually you kind of when you go around, you find there's another rock that you find that looks also it looks a bit out of place here. When you kind of touch it a bit, you can see that there's a hole beneath. Maybe this size. And from down there, it stinks. And looking around a bit further, you can also find that before this hole, there's a patch where apparently the ground on the ground there nothing grows there, and you would even say it has kind of the shape of 2 feet maybe next to each other. Just
How big?
that's more interpretation, I would grant you from the amount of success.
I look at all that, the hole that stinks. Does it sound like something rotting meat?
No, it smells more like well
Poop.
Poo poo.
yeah.
And the stream itself, I kind of approach it, look at the water. Do I see the usual, small fish or something like that?
No, there's no fish here. But what you can see is when you look at this and the moss, it looks like the moss has been pulled away in places, and at others it has grown quite large. And then there's also patches where it has started to grow again.
You wanted to drink the water?
Could I inspect the moss? Would I be able to see if I know anything about it? Would I roll plant lore on that?
Yeah, man. You can.
So we got 20, 10, and 12. So on the 20, I think, yeah, I can still do that because I have 13 and 10 points. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you have 3 left.
8, 9, 10. Yeah, 3 left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say you think you know this kind of moss. You know that it's edible. And actually, you know that it's quite hard to actually grow it. And it's kind of sweet when you taste it. And yeah, you also know that eating too much of it also has kind of the side effect of people becoming very calm in a way, very wide-eyed, bit distant staring.
So gruff some of this. Calm is superstitious nature right now.
Do you do you tell me to do that?
Yes, Brago, he's going to take a patch of it and put it in his mouth and start chewing it. And he'll also rip off some and for the other two a clump, and he'll start rolling up a little bit or collecting some of it. And he'll mention what its effects are, and that it is quite hard to grow, or you don't come across it so often.
You say hard to grow. Does it mean that someone, it's not natural? Someone really tried to make that moss? Some kind of a necromancer, maybe?
Only that somebody's clearly harvested a little bit of it here before. Somebody's been here, but possibly your magics could help us with the water. Looking to Fabrice as he's collecting a few lumps of this.
It's like, I just think we found someone's toilet. I suggest it upstream and drinking.
Well, the toilet is a bit away from the spring, so at least if it goes very deep, then yeah, that would be unappetizing. But the water is pretty clear; it's not brownish.
Yeah.
Oh, take a look at it. I can't just keep doing this. So I go ahead and I look at it and I see if I can detect any kind of magic in the area.
Mm-hmm.
And I roll 15 or RGB 20, A6, and A15. So let's see. I'm on is 5, and it's cleverness, which is 14. Okay, I already missed it on cleverness. So I can't see anything.
Brago will just set down his staff, and he'll get on all fours, and he'll get down and drink some of the water.
Okay, yeah, it's
beware, Brago.
And if it tastes clean, he'll let his friends know that.
I just go ahead and start drinking myself. I don't get on all fours or anything, but I kind of just, I cup it in my hand and, slurp it up out of my hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As I said, pretty fresh and refreshing.
So, what are these friends that we're trying to track down? What are they like?
It's an elf. We were tracking Maven.
Well, most of tracking you weren't anyone because there was no track, but you're looking for the main part of the group with Tieka, the slaves who weren't fit to defend the wagons.
Well, you told us about you ask about who we are tracking. I haven't found any trace of them. Maybe they just vanished.
Well, that doesn't happen very often or very easily. But I was asking more, what are they like? I don't think we're going to do any more traveling tonight.
No, I don't think so. So the stream, well, I try to see on the other side of the stream if I can spot another rock, on one of the another pole type of rock.
You mean whether this is part of one of the spokes, so to speak?
Yeah, well, one of the other rock, to lead the path, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just taking your general success on perception rolls here. That when you kind of look around this place, this actually seems not to be part of one of the roads. But yeah, you kind of have an idea in which direction at least the road leading away from this mouse sign could be. So yeah, again, it'll probably take you a couple of minutes until you're there, but then you could be.
And Brago will say, maybe we should get a little distance away from that hole.
Yeah.
Motion over to that stinking hole.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's no problem.
All right, yeah, let's do that, and I lead the way.
Just going back to the place where the map was.
Yeah, we'll go there. We'll go there, but we'll go elsewhere after that. Then is it right?
Guys, whoever made the place is going to be back. That doesn't look like orcish stuff. So it's probably the people that we're looking for.
All right, you think so? I look at Brago. You know Tieka a little more than me. Would you think that she could have got there? Do you? Well,
I think we should try to continue on, keep traveling.
So is this Tieka the leader here?
Yeah, Tieka. Yeah, she was a priestess of. What is the name of her god?
Parain.
Parain, yeah. God, she was.
Priestess of Parain. Interesting.
Yeah. In fact, we were told about her before I got into the expedition. She was kind of she got away from Tarwal and Fex some years ago, and she never came back. But obviously, we found her. Yeah.
I'll need to meet this Tieka.
If we can find her.
Mm-hmm.
So okay. So I try to find from the new sign we can decipher. Just trying to find the path, the rock path to lead. To see where it leads us.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. That's not a big problem. Do you follow? What exactly do you follow? As I said, there begins also this new rock road, as let's call it. Do you follow that? Or
But that was my that was my intention.
Okay. Yeah. So, if you follow this, how determined will you be? When will you stop? You maybe still have, say, 6 hours of daylight. At this point, how long will you follow?
Yeah, I'm thinking about that.
Should we go back to Condor?
Further away than the map?
Sorry, Chris. Yeah, I didn't hear.
Wouldn't that be further away than the map to go back to the place where they were?
Sorry, I didn't get you. You kind of robotic.
Oh, I was saying, wouldn't that be further than the map? Than that stone that we're all staying at?
Well, I presume that you returned to this rock in the clearing. But I think at this point it would take you almost the rest of the day to actually return to your campsite.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, maybe we should return to the camp, because at least give some news of ourselves. I don't know if they were searching for us, and I don't know if they take the decision to go away. Oh, it's a little hard to sort out, but maybe we should go back to the camp.
Well, I'll go where you guys go.
What do you think, Brago?
Than I do. But I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure that they're going to come back to this spot at some point. Looks like they've been here a few times. So, we might want to come back and tell them about this.
Yeah, let the group know and then get them back here.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you could try that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I will feel more reassured to be with some more people, just in case.
Okay. So yeah, you make your way back up the hill.
Yeah.
Coming again across the camp with the 3 orcs and the corpse.
Are they dead now, or?
No. They are still lying on the ground, still groaning. But as one of them was already dead when you arrived.
Yeah.
So that one hasn't risen.
Brago will still sort of steer clear.
Yeah, and with the last rays of the sun, you can kind of make out the smoke from the campfire as you return. And in the first bits of darkness, you can you actually enter the camp, where Condor will march around. Will probably after a while, when you've come close to one of the fires, come close to you. Where in the hells have you been?
Well, we found this one place that I'm sure they've been to. We because the magic trail that we were following.
You shut up, Gruff. You tell me.
We followed some kind of a track, and we wanted to see where it was leading. Yeah, and we got a little more away than we would have expected, but yeah, and we didn't get through the end of that, that path. But we found some things, some,
Okay, you don't shut up. You talk.
We've followed waystones that seem to lead to a connection of paths, not but a half day's travel from here. We also encountered some ill orcs, but I
yeah.
was careful not to get too close to carry any of it myself, hopefully.
Should we do something about them? How far away are them?
Not that far, actually. Maybe 1 hour or 1.5 hours of walk. Frankly, we can't do anything about it. Even Tieka didn't know what to do with the last ones we had.
One has already expired.
Yeah.
Well, we could at least put them out of their misery.
Yeah, we probably could have. It's probably a better idea. They seem to be suffering pretty badly.
I mean, and I don't imagine lying in a forest and dying. Well, sooner or later the animals will come.
It's how far away is it in time?
1.5 hours.
It's about 1.5 hours that way, and then I point to the direction.
Well, I guess tomorrow. Tonight you're not going anywhere.
Obviously not. It will be dark.
So, and what was that about waystones?
Oh, there was a rock where all the aura that I was finding, the hidden trail, it all, spiraled out from there. Like they were hiding their trail from there. I think someone was just scouting the area. Maybe that elf you were talking about was just scouting the area and, writing it down. Whoever it was couldn't draw, but, they mentioned...
I think the elf can draw. I think Maven can draw.
Can draw. Well, he draw a bull and a snake, just like what we encountered, the statue at this temple.
It was... then they said it lined up with the temple too, but kind
Not
of
a good
unfortunate.
sign.
Yeah, kind of unfortunate though. Same place seems interesting, but I'm not going anywhere near there.
Me neither.
Heard it made people angry. Gruff was saying that it made people angry.
That place, yeah.
Made them mad, yeah.
Yeah. Keep a wide berth around that place.
So, and someone uses this rock that you say as a base?
I don't know for sure, but it seems like the key. It seems like all the paths spiral out from it, and it has pictures that according to Gruff, seem to align with places that you guys have been to.
Yeah, the temple and another symbol leading to, we don't know yet because we haven't followed it. And frankly, if we have to go there, maybe with a little more number of people, because that place might be cursed.
This
Like
whole
the other
goddamn
one.
place is cursed, so yeah.
Yeah, this place. I don't know what a little curse can do that's any different than the rest of the steps.
Good. So maybe in the morrow we will lead the people down there, but I don't want to get them too close to that place. So we'll find somewhere to put everyone down next to the base, or to this I don't know, crossroads.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Sounds
then
good.
we can have a look on it, and you can do some scouting.
Okay, yeah. But, yeah, okay. That's right. I need some rest.
Okay. If you guys want to do anything on that evening, then you can say.
Well, no, I've used up about. I only have 12 out of 27 astral points, so I'm probably tired. So
Yeah.
Well, for my part, I still have 2 wounds, so I need to rest. I'm probably in pain right now.
Yeah.
All the walking I've made.
Yeah, you probably overestimated yourself, and now it's that you come to rest, it's finally kicking in.
Oh.
So, how do you say? When anyway. So yeah, your neck starts to hurt more than it did when you actually were moving around. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's the ache after working.
yeah, exactly. Okay, so if you need to, you can make your regenerative rolls.
Alright. I do not get the extra +1 to my
Constitution.
and I got 4 astral points back.
Mm-hmm.
16 out of 27.
Mm-hmm. It goes away fast if you do stuff with it. Okay. Yeah, so the next morning comes, and since you've been, at least for Brago and for Gruff, since you've been lying or not moving very far for the last couple of days, or almost 2 weeks now, you actually can feel the exertion of the last day a bit in your feet, getting off your asses again.
Oh, my legs.
Hi. I'm trying to pick up some arrows if I can find some this time.
I think you collected some from the orcs, since you had got almost half of their cash, what they had with them. So you actually have some better made arrows, not improvised.
Okay.
So you actually have a quiver of 10.
10.
And I think you actually had one laid aside for you prior to you walking off.
Okay.
I think it's just that you went away here spontaneously. That
No, I did. Well, I didn't have any arrows. In the last fight, I've shot everything
sure?
I had.
Yeah. In the fight, you shot everything. That's correct.
Yeah, I finished the fight,
you-
hitting the orcs with my bow.
But I think afterwards you got from the stuff the orcs left behind them. You actually found a bow and also some arrows in with one of the horses they left behind.
Yeah, well, it's strange that they left it behind. No, they had the power to bring everything. I think.
No, at the end,
Yeah.
they there was kind of this stalemate where they had Marbio hostage, and
Okay.
you know that's when they kind of cut their losses and went away with what they had.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I try to see if everyone, well, I take news of everyone to see if everyone's fine. I try to see.
Yep, I presume you will have a look for Therese, for example.
Yeah, to race and.
Yeah. And Halmar.
Yeah.
They seem to be kind of sitting close to one another often, from what you can see, and quietly talk. Kind of still have haunted faces.
As for Asgard.
Asgard actually seems to be in better spirits than you've ever seen her. She actually seems to be smiling every now and then. Her clothes still bear the blood stains, now getting brown, where the saber got through her. But yeah, that seems quite odd.
And and I go see her. Ask her.
Rough.
What makes you smile?
I don't know. Maybe not being dead.
Yeah. Well, at some point you reminded me of. At some point you reminded me of my mother.
Your mother?
Yeah, she was a happy person. Despite everything I said about her.
She was a happy person?
Yes. Well, take that as a compliment. My mother was a. Yeah, she was a great person.
I would never say that me reminding myself of a mother wouldn't be a compliment of your mother.
Well, it is, but okay.
No, it's kind of strange. I wanted it all to be over for such a long time, and then it wasn't.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Well, glad to see that everything seems fine for you. And then I just gave a little away.
Kondor said you found something.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, we find that place that we probably will investigate, some kind of a track made out of rocks once in a while to lead us, and that big rock with some markings on it to tell us the direction of the temple, and something else we don't know yet. Well,
the temple.
Yeah, the temple with the bull and the snakes. You know where we have lost Arnulf.
Yeah, where we lost Arnulf, right? And there's somewhere leading us to another place like this, yeah?
I don't know, but it's better this than anything because we're in the middle of nowhere. You know.
Yeah, any direction is a direction to walk into.
Yeah.
Good, good. I will get the people to moving here.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I go. Kind of continue to gather my arrows and all this stuff.
Yeah. Before. So it takes maybe 2 hours or so after daylight before everyone is ready to move. In the meantime, for example, Detroit will also come to you and ask you about what you found. Letting you describe it, and we'll try to kind of put it on his map with the estimation of distance according to your traveling speed, and then kind of yeah, make the you will find that seems like no, not yet. Okay. Yeah. So as I said, after 2 hours, you start to move on the track.
Okay.
And yeah, because as a larger group, you obviously move slower.
Yeah.
So it takes you a bit longer to get to where the sick orcs were.
Yeah.
And as you come closer, you can see that apparently there's yeah, one of the bodies is missing. The corpse is still there. Two of the dead ones, sorry, of the sick ones are still lying there groaning. One female, one male, and the other female, yeah, you can seems to have been pulled away into some direction. You can see some drag marks. Yeah, after a couple of people will follow these markings, probably Borkai and Torres, and yeah, they will return and just he was already dead. Yeah, she was already dead.
What means? What were you saying? Yeah.
Lying out here in the middle of the woods, Congar was right. Maybe we should just end it. I pull out my knife and it's like, I guess I'm the one who found it.
Brago will keep his distance, but he'll collect a bunch of firewood, thinking that's probably the best way to dispose of the bodies, is fire. But yeah, he'll just start making a large pile.
Yeah, people will start helping you.
Sorry, you asked me something?
You broke up.
Oh, I just said I kind of just look away while I cut their throats. So.
Okay. Yeah, when you do this with the first one, you can kind of start hearing a gurgling sound, a short gasp, and then the orc stacks to the ground, bleeding out.
I look away. No, I'm not comfortable with the scene.
Yeah, most people will kind of try to ignore it when it happens. But also no one's really intervening. Yeah, and with the second one, um, as you put your knife to his throat, yeah, you can make a perception check at a increased difficulty of 3.
Okay. On 19 and 20.
Oh,
Well, it's a good roll for me, but I only have 3, so I probably did not make it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and
Okay.
I press the knife down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes some kind of noise, but then your knife is in your throat, and he just gasps one more time, and then he's gone.
Okay, well, then I drag them over to the pyre that,
Mm-hmm.
or I have some other people help me drag them over.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. So around midday, the bodies will be burned. It takes you quite a lot, quite a time to get the amount of woods ready to burn them. But then, yeah, you make kind of camp close to that for noon.
Okay.
Even though it's kept separate from the burning bodies. Hello. You said.
Who is she talking to?
Graf.
Yeah. Whoa. What's going on, Plitiki?
You look the way you look sad,
Of course I am.
I think.
Well, it's
Why?
just unfair to kill. But yeah.
The next life. Better.
Well, I hope then that it's right for them, but if it's Brazorok, will they burn? Oh no, I'm very uncomfortable with that, but I hope you're right, Litiki.
Sure.
Are you okay? I may trust you on this one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So. Okay. Yeah. So the takes you after the burning of the bodies. It takes you with the rest of the group almost until the early evening to get down there and find a place that's not too close to this stone clearing, and to set up a camp that's not as obvious, where you can also make kind of hidden fires where the smoke is dispersed well.
Yeah, well, I do help a lot into that.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to make a roll, or I just presume that
No,
I know what what I'm doing?
I would presume so,
Okay.
especially since this isn't something that you have to rush or anything. So um, this is by now it's almost daily business.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, maybe you have 2 to 3 more hours of the day close to this stone. Um, Yeah, and maybe you are half an hour away. Your base is,
Okay.
so you can have some outlying scouts have it under watch.
Yeah.
And still be in distance for the horn.
Okay.
Yeah. So, do you want to do anything else with the evening, or? Oh, well, I just looked at the watch, so probably is a good cliffhanger, or not cliffhanger, but a good point to start next time.
But is anyone getting to see the big rock, or as you...
Yeah. If you lead the people there, then, for example, Detrot
Yeah.
will be very interested.
And we'll show them the water source as well.
Yeah. The Halma probably not so much. Kondar will want to see both as well.
Well,
Hawkeye will follow.
yeah. Well,
And Astrid will at least have an interest in the drawings. She won't come to the toilet though.
no. All right. But well, at least they saw what we saw.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's the basic.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, we set camp here, and we will be ready to explore a little more by the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Okay.
Is it going roughly in the direction where we should go? You know, the our final destination.
Well, if you do this like an area map, then you would between so if these are the roads that you would
Yeah.
say, or they're slightly curved, as I said. So this way, then you would be here. So
Okay.
you're in between the two places.
Okay. All right. Okay. So okay, that's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah. So we
2 weeks?
in 2 weeks. Yeah, I will just sub the broadcast.